everybody doing.
So, I know Bobby talked about that even though there's so many new faces, he really like the character and the personalities on his team. As one of the, lone returning players, what have you seen different, in terms of the chemistry, the personality of this team?
I just feel like it's a new energy in the gym. It's everybody's locked in. It's like an unsaid goal. Everybody knows what we're here for, and that's to win as many games as possible. So we go into every day with that in mind, and hopefully we'll be able to accomplish our goals.
And just as a follow-up to that, I mean, what do you see like early on as far as like all personalities meshing together that can make this team pretty special?
We all get along with each other. We probably as much like we obviously it's an adjustment on the court. It's a whole new team, so we're working on that every day as well. But as far as we all get along. The personalities, I think they mesh well. So I think we got a good squad this year.
I forgot to say, have everybody introduce yourself and where you're from, since you haven't seen anybody in years. Go ahead, John.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Marcus, can you walk us through your decision to come back? Because obviously you went to transfer portal and then you came out of the draft and you decided to come back to ASU. What was that you were thinking there?
This is home. Like, this is where I've always wanted to play. So I just couldn't. After making the decision to stay in college, I just couldn't see myself playing for any other school or playing anywhere else. So, me and Coach Hurley, we stayed in contact through the whole process, through the whole draft process, even as I was in the portal. So, I hit him on like literally the last day to make a decision. I was like, I think I want to come back, and he was as happy as ever. So, he made the decision a lot easier.
How about pulling out of the draft? What was the main thing there in saying, hey, I want one more year in college?
I just felt like I could develop a lot more on my game, and as a person, I think I don't think they seen much of me last year. I had a lot of injuries. I only played like 12 games, so I think I got a lot more to show, and I'm excited to be back.
Hey Marcus, Carson Barber, Sun Devil Source. What have been some of the points of emphasis for you over the offseason?
Taking care of my body first, making sure I can sustain high minutes in a lot of games. So that's first and foremost, and just improving all points of my game. My leadership, using my voice more. I've really never been like a vocal guy, so that's one of the things I'm working on this year, and leading the young guys that haven't been here, or everybody that hasn't been here. It's a way we do things. So I'm just trying to use my voice a little bit more in the locker room.
Hey Marcus, Zach Keenan, Devil's Digest. How weird does it feel to just be in a media room with other people?
man, it's a lot of people right now. It's a lot of people in one space. So I know it's fun though. I mean, it's exciting. Obviously, even the fans coming back in the arena. I'm so excited to play in front of Sun Devil Nation. So hopefully everything goes as planned and there's no hiccups in the process.
You talked a little bit about wanting to show some more of what you can do this year. Skill-wise, sort of what are some of those things?
Putting the ball on the floor a little bit more, creating for myself and my teammates. I think a lot of the time last year I relied on getting like a kick out pass to me for a jump shot, but I feel like I have so much more to offer. I think my package is deeper than that. So I think that's a focal point of me coming back to show that as well.
Hey Marcus, Nicholas O'Neill for 98.7 Arizona Sports. You mentioned along with the skills that you wanted to show a little bit more leadership. With all the new faces on the team, how do you feel like you're trying to get those guys integrated to what Sun Devil program's all about?
It's just changing the culture because last year we struggled, but I just feel like this collection of guys, I think everybody works hard, everybody's on the same page, and it's not they're making my job that much easier. They all come to work. They all love being here. So if everybody that wants to be here, then that's all you can ask for.
Hey Marcus, this Carmen can you give your thoughts on some of the guard transfers, just what you think about their game, what they bring to the table?
We got a lot of experience. Marion Jackson, DJ Horn, Luther, he obviously was with us last year, but he couldn't play. But it's a lot of experience, and they compete. That's how they all compete as hard as they can every time they touch the floor on both ends of the court. So I think they're in for a special year as well.
Does it feel different in that respect, like the competitiveness of your practice environment?
From last year?
Yeah.
I mean, we competed last year, but it was just like inconsistency. It was a lot of injuries, a lot of COVID. It was a weird year, but we've been able to be consistent with the guys that we have on the court, and in that aspect, yes, I think it's been more competitive and more consistent.
Marcus Steghaller, The Athletic. Does Bobby seem the same so far this year, or is it a little bit more dialed up intensity, or just the same old guy?
I can notice a difference in his approach. I think he's on the same page I'm on, just really locked in and focused, and just making sure we reach our full potential this year. That's the biggest thing. Just win as many games as possible, and he's gonna coach us. You know, his resume speaks for itself. He's one of the best coaches in college basketball. So we're ready. Yeah.
From a style standpoint, what might be different about this year's team?
I'm not. That's. It's a little early to answer that question. We just had like our first practice yesterday, so I just feel like we've taken a more of a look more on the defensive side of things. We more schemes and play on, like, making sure our effort is there every possession and not falling asleep on any possession. So I think we are just more aggressive on that end of the floor.
So Marcus, when you look at the front court play with guys like Enoch Bauchi, Alonzo Gaffney, I mean, how much do you think the ASU has improved just compared to last year to this year? And do you think that allows you maybe to play the three more than the four in any given night?
Yeah, I think I'm more on the wing now. I'm more of a wing player this year, but yeah, Enoch has been dealing with some stuff, some injuries, so he's coming along. He's playing really well, strong, big. I mean, it's an improvement from last year. We didn't really have much of a front court presence besides Jalen, and Jalen's Jalen. He's gonna produce when he gets on the court. So I think we've improved in that aspect for sure. We got a lot of size, a lot of shot blockers and things like that. So I think we'll be settled in that aspect.
What have the new assistant coaches brought to the table, personality-wise, or on the floor?
They're not shy. There's a lot of energy. They're yelling, screaming on the sidelines, just making sure that everything's in line. We're competing how we're supposed to. I've had a good experience with them all. I love them all, and they're along for the ride. So I'm ready to go to war with them.
Hey, Marcus, Jordan Spurgeon, Sports 360 AZ. You mentioned the assistant coaches being pretty vocal. Who else on the team is pretty vocal so far?
Luther's he really stepped up into a leadership role. He's very loud in the locker room, lets us know when we're messing up. So I think Luther's probably be the one guy.
How's it going, Marcus? Austin Scott with the State Press. Kind of like he was saying, at this time last year, very limited media, not a lot of fans, and now fast forward a year, you got the media and the fans are coming back. You're kind of returning to that form of normalcy. Is there a different energy or a different vibe kind of going into this season in comparison to last year, or is your mindset the same no matter what the circumstances are?
It's the same, like as far as on the court, but like I said, it's super excited. Everybody's excited in the whole program to get in front of fans and to just be able to interact with ASU more. Last year, it just kind of felt like it was just us and the other team out there, and that's it. It makes it a little easier to get motivated for the games. But as far as my approach, I think it's the same.
Marcus, without Josh, there's no clear front runner for best shoe game on the team. Who's the best shoes this year?
I don't know. Nobody's really showing too much right now. Everybody's wearing what the equipment managers bring. So I'm not sure yet. So we'll figure it. We'll see soon.
What do you have on?
What do I have on?
Yeah.
Right now I got this slides. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.